They move in silence. They aren't the loudest in the room, but somehow, the room feels different when they enter it. They don't fight for the crown, they just build their own kingdom, quietly, strategically, completely. You've heard about alpha males, you've heard about beta males, but the sigma male, he plays a different game. Not because he can't lead, but because he refuses to beg for power that he can claim by mastering himself. This is the sovereign doctrine, and if you've ever felt like you don't quite belong, but somehow always end up ahead, this one's for you. These are 9 signs you're a sigma male, whether you know it yet or not. You've always preferred walking alone. This doesn't mean you hate people. You just don't need them to find your direction. You're not afraid of solitude. You value it. While most are terrified of being left with their thoughts, you lean into them. In that silence, you don't shrink, you sharpen. Thomas Shelby sits alone in his office, cigarette lit, thoughts deep. He's not lonely. He's plotting. He's designing the next move. Not for applause, for progress. Sigma males know a man who can sit in silence and still build is a man no one can shake. You operate outside the hierarchy. While most are obsessed with who's the alpha, who's leading, who's following, you're not even in the room. You've already left to build your own path. Sigma males don't compete for social dominance, they transcend it. They don't ask for permission, they don't seek approval. They move with a quiet confidence that says, I'm not better than you, I'm not below you, I'm just not playing your game. Think John Wick walking into a room of criminals. He's not here to prove anything, he just is something. You're unreadable, and it makes people uneasy. You've been told, you're hard to figure out. That's not an accident. That's a design. Sigma males don't wear their thoughts on their sleeves. They observe more than they speak. And when they do speak, it's calculated, precise, and sharp. Jason Bourne isn't loud. He doesn't need to be. His calm makes people nervous. Because they can't predict what's coming next. And people fear what they can't control. You reject status for sovereignty. Sigma males don't care about clout, likes, or social ladders. You're not building a brand to impress strangers. You're building a life you don't need to escape from. While others chase status, you chase substance. While others compete for rooms, you design your own walls. While others broadcast every move, you keep them guessing. This doesn't make you antisocial, it makes you intentional. There's a difference between isolation and insulation. And Sigma males know how to use both. You listen far more than you speak. You're not here to win debates. You're here to understand the terrain. Because knowing the room gives you more power than owning it. While alphas bark orders, Sigmas study patterns. They don't waste energy trying to be heard. They let the silence do the talking. And the longer you stay quiet, the more people reveal themselves. That's the Sigma advantage. Every interaction is data. Every silence is a strategy. You're underestimated until it's too late. Because you don't perform. Because you don't posture. Because you don't beg for attention. Most people think you're irrelevant. And when you do what others couldn't even see coming. Like Thomas Shelby outwitting the entire city. Like John Wick taking down an empire without raising his voice. The Sigma male is the slow burn. By the time they realize your value, you've already finished the job and disappeared. You don't seek leadership, but people follow anyway. You don't chase followers. You just live with such direction, discipline, and clarity that others can't help but want in. You've seen it before. You speak less, but they ask for your opinion. You avoid the spotlight, but somehow you set the standard. Because Sigma males lead by example, not by force, and that's the kind of leadership that sticks. You are hyper-selective with your time and energy. The world is full of distractions. Sigma males aren't swayed by noise. You don't say yes to every invite. You don't respond to every message. You guard your time like it's your last currency, because it is. And that boundary, that discipline, it intimidates people who rely on external validation. You don't over-explain, you just exit. Because for a Sigma, peace is not optional. It's the foundation of everything. And finally, you answer only to your own code, not society, not groupthink, not trends. Your law is forged through experience, introspection, and observation. Like Jason Bourne, you operate in shadows but never lose your center. Like John Wick, your loyalty runs deep, but your tolerance for betrayal is non-existent. Like Thomas Shelby, you'll burn the house down before you kneel to a king you don't respect. That's the Sigma Doctrine. Power, without needing permission. Discipline, without needing a crowd. Direction, without needing applause. So if you saw yourself in these signs, not because they sounded cool, but because they felt familiar, then you already know the truth. You don't need the spotlight. You are the storm it's trying to chase. You're not seeking alpha status. You're not reacting like the beta. You're moving like the sigma. Stay sharp, stay unseen, stay sovereign. This is the Sovereign Doctrine.